Let's talk slots. I'd like to talk today about tires. Silicone or not silicone. A little bit about tire size. Had to make sure I put my darn light on. This is a video redo because I didn't put on my darn light. Get you some of these tools. You'll never be able to customize like Slots Inc. I got these off wonderful people at Hardin Creek. Pretty ionized blue finish. Really nice. When I store them, I move this plunger all the way up, but not out. That way, in your pit box, it don't take up that much room. When you store this, move this plunger all the way up to that brass piece, so you don't lose the brass piece. So, let's talk tires. Silicone or not, I got a list here so I don't get sidetracked. Alright. I am pro silicone. Let's get that out in the open. I don't run nothing but silicone. Now people say, where's the Tyco? People say silicone is not the way to go. I say silicone is the way to go. Why? Because I'm right. I'm always right. I kid. Silicone is a little sticky. Only at first. Once you use it for a while, it's not sticky. So, and it grips to the track better. Now, some people say that this is just as good. It's textured like blacktop. And it leaves rubber on the track, which you get traction off of. I disagree. I think NASCAR and NHRA would disagree too. They're always, after every drag strip, they got people out there taking the rubber off the track because it gets slippery. So, don't run these unless you're in a class where you got to have non-silicone tires. And you can always borrow some off one of the locals. That's what I plan on doing. I ain't got no non-silicone tires in my arsenal, my pit box. Threw some of my flame jobs for you. Sweetness. These here, I told you I got $13 a piece for them. These Johnny Lightnings, these are mint, man. I get to put the scratches on them. That's what I'm talking about. But $13 a piece was with shipping included. That's a hell of a deal. I didn't mention that when I mentioned it before. Yeah, that's including shipping. And those are badass. Yeah, let me tell you a little story. Did a little review on this. Back in the day when these came out, I'm not old enough to be around for the... Well, I am old enough to be around for the AFX ones. But my family was too poor. I got sent to school. I was so poor, I got sent to school without a pencil. That's how poor I was. But, anywho, back in the day, I was buying these. Excuse me. And I collected a bunch. I had a bunch of bodies and stuff. This is back before Jegs Hobbies came out with that TR3 or whatever they call it. And I was running just these pancake style motors. I was pissed off because they kept not running right. I had to change bodies. So I got rid of them all, and I was really disappointed. And now I'm disappointed because they got the new chassis. I'd be able to run these on no problem. And they probably go fast. But what I'm getting to is all the ones I got rid of. I got rid of a lot of them that had flame jobs on them and stuff like that. Man, it's very disappointing. Now that I look back at it, those were really nice. I saw one with flame jobs the other day on eBay. They wanted $50 for it. I was like, crap, I used to own that. But, you know, maybe someday I'll own it again when I hit the lottery. But I did save some cool stuff. It's in storage. I didn't get rid of everything. I did save 4 Nash chop top Mercuries with flames on them. And they had rear wheel well skirts. And I don't like that look. So what I did, and I left 3 the same, and I took the Joker Mobile. That's what I called it, purple with flames or something. And I was going to put some Joker tats on it. So I dremeled out very carefully the wheel well. I wanted to get it as perfect as possible as I could. And yeah, I did. I actually did something right in my life. I dremeled it out perfectly, man. It looked great. It's in storage. Now that the Jegs Hobbies has got the new chassis, I can run those. I'll show them to you sometime. Alright. So silicone or not? I say silicone. Alright. Forget the theories on this, rubber tire stuff I already mentioned. Alright. So silicone all around. Okay. These are silicone front O-rings from Hardin Creek. This is a front silicone O-ring. Well, this could be rubber, actually. This may just be rubber. I was wrong on that. I think these are just rubber basic O-rings, not silicone. They're not as shiny as, so that's kind of an indication. Silicone's very shiny. So yeah, those are just rubber, but they're still, better than these tires. These ain't even rubber. These are like manufactured rubber, which is like, I don't even know if it's real. But anyway, you're probably wondering why my Viper has 2 different wheels. Well, I'm running on my Viper with these super tires that have a radius. That means rounded outer edge. So these are the same size this is the same size as this one. But I don't like the look of this one. I mean, it's a quality tire. Nothing to say against the fine people that sell this chassis at Hardin Creek is where I got it. I don't know if they've made it. I Googled who the manufacturer, who invented the Viper chassis. I Googled it. And I got no answer. So I think it's a little old lady with a cane trying to stay undercover. So anywho, what I'm doing on my Viper and all my slot cars is I'm going to this tire. It's manufactured by Super Tire, some guy in his garage somewhere. But it's wider. I like the wide tires. And it's rounded radius. So I don't like this flip. Now these tires, if you look, these tires are rounded a little bit. But they're not rounded enough that the front is rounded. These still look flat. Whereas this looks round. That's the look I like. So, Hardin Creek sells these axle assemblies whole, complete, without these bushings. That's kind of my thing at Slots Inc. But this tire is different size than the Viper tire. Okay, this is a stock rear end Viper tire. Okay, this is what they'll sell you with a Viper. This is a stock assembly for a Tyco, and it has a bigger tire because the bottom of the chassis. If this tire was on this, the bottom of the chassis be scraping the rails on the slot car track. So he's got a bigger tire in height. See that? It's not much, but and it's wider. And I think that's because, you know, Tycos are bigger body cars, so it's, you know, they, you know, kind of look nicer with a wider tire. So that's that. So, but save your see this even though this is rounded radius that much little bit, okay, it's rounded, yeah, it still looks flat in the front. That's kind of not the look I'm going for. Now these are Delrin hubs. Delrin. Now that's the same size as on this that Hardin Creek give you. So they're great. I'm putting these on all my axles. You know. Now the nice thing about buying the parts is you can put them on your own Tyco axle. Like this is a Tyco axle probably. I'm not sure. I got it all mixed up now because I only bought one of these. So this may be the original I bought off him because the spline grooves I talked about in the rear end, I called these spline grooves. You don't see them on this axle. So he's got the splines in there in a certain location only. So this is probably a Hardin Creek axle. You know. See, I've been oiling this because of bushings. But you know, you got to wipe that oil off or it'll run down the hub and get on the bottom of your tire and on the track. So I didn't wipe that off enough. But yeah, micro oilers put out too much oil. I need a micro oiler for my taste. A bunch of bull crap. You know, people over oiling their vehicles. You know, how you gonna teach a kid how to oil a slot car, man, when it's pouring out a gallon? Be careful, Junior. Okay, Dad. Yeah, right. There's some nice brand new shoes on this Tyco, huh? I know you like those. Get your hands off them. So anywho, the reason I like these, I can resell them. Oh, that's funny. No, what I do with them, man, is when I see a AFX car lot, and there may be a body in there I like, and the other ones I don't, I can buy the lot, keep the body I want, and if it's a body lot that has no chassis, see, I don't like just selling bodies. Dealers do that because they can make more money. They sell you the body for $1,000 and then sell you the chassis for $4. What's up? I mean, for the price of the body, can't I get a chassis? Damn. No, they're trying to make more money, you know? So what I like doing is at least throwing in a chassis, man, you know? Maybe some dad can rehab it and give it to his kid or some crap, you know? So that's what I do with these chassis. Yeah, I don't even want to look at them. Throw them over there. I'll leave one here for the Yeah, I don't even want to leave it on the table. Get that shit off my table. It's ugly. So, what I'm running with, man, is the silicone, tire height, gears. Okay, I talked the other day a little bit about gears and dividing opinion and gear ratios. I'm going to try to do another video on that because I may have made some mistakes. One thing I didn't mention was the height of the tire from the rim to the top of the tire. Okay, no matter if you got silicone, these tires, these rims, put smaller tires on them, you're changing the gear ratio of this. Tyco is 825, this Viper 723. So if you go to a taller tire or smaller tire, this here is a Hardin Creek 723s. All right, so I like the black gears. This orange, I mean, it's nice. If you only have like, if all your gears are like all gray or all black, you know which one's orange. Me, I like these, you know. That way, I mean, I could tell the difference between gray and black, you know. So I really don't like these oranges, you know. But you know, that's a color choice, you know. So yeah, the tire height changes the difference of the gear ratio. That's something to consider, you know, for use, you know, out there in TV land that want to gear your cars properly. All right, for like say bigger tracks or smaller home tracks, you know, that's something to consider as well. Tire size with the gear ratio. Okay, so how I'm setting my Viper up in all my slot cars is going to be the same. Okay, I'm going to be doing the O-ring front assembly. All right, on a Tyco, I think I mentioned it already, this front hub is bigger. This double flange hub is bigger, so you get wheel clearance for your pickup shoes. And the Viper rides lower and has a different, you know, play in a pickup shoe assembly, different pickup shoe assembly than the, you know, stock Tyco. And the thickness of the chassis and all that other crap, right? So the science of it all says that he can run a smaller hub. Whereas on a Tyco, he knows for Tyco people, the hub needs to be higher, you know. So it's a good thing we don't have to do the math, you know. Hardin Creek already did the math for us. So these tires, even though this one looks taller, is not. It's the exact same height. Okay. I'll put it on the track for you. So if you look here, the same distance on the back to the bottom of the track. The top of the tires are the same. I hope you can see that in TV land. So, but these super tires put more rubber on the road, son. Look how wide that tire is. Now the guy at Super Tire made these specifically for Tycos. Okay, and I guess that means radius circumference, or I don't know what the C means, but I'm pretty sure the R means radius. So it's 452 size rim hub with a radius C tire. I guess. That wasn't too pricey. I mean, I can't remember the price on them, but shit, I'm putting these on all my slot cars. You know, if I sell one, I'm taking them off. Ain't got no tires for you. I'm just kidding. It ain't gonna be silicone. Yeah, So let me move on. So this Viper's getting the Del Ring hubs. I don't like the double flange hubs at all. I don't like the look. You know, I like a hub that looks like this, not this outer ring. I mean, it's as nice to paint. You know, it kind of looks attractive. I like this because it leaves more rubber. You know, more tire look. That's what I like. I like the rubber look. Now I'm staying with black rims, so it looks like the whole thing is just one solid piece of rubber. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, so it's either this look or this look. Okay, those are your choices. And you know, car customizing is a personal thing. So me doing this to my Viper is no pun intended towards them. You know, they probably put these on here for a certain reason. These may be better for top speed than a radius tire. You know, in the slot car forums, they say a radius tire is better for curves, going around corners, so you don't derail. They may say this is better for top speed. I don't know. All I know is what I hear on about the round radius tires, and they sound good for my application and my hobby. All right, and so I'm running with those on my Viper. And what I'll be doing is I'll be selling my double flanged hubs. All right, I'm kind of a little disappointed because I bought these super tires for the rear of a Viper hub, and that's why I got these on here. This is a super tire rounded radius for a Viper double flange hub. You know, and this is the radius. I mean, this is the super. This is a silicone tire from a stock Viper. So this, I'm doing a video. Yeah, see the difference on that? Sorry about yelling. That probably was loud. She does that all the time, man. I'm doing a video, man, and she, out of the blue, I hear my name. Like, why? Why now? But anyway, the super tire is narrower than the stock Viper tire. So, it's kind of bad in that regard. But I don't mind, because I'm going to just sell them. And I'm going to sell my double flange hubs. I've only got one Viper now, so I ain't got to sell a lot. So I can sell the super tires for the double flange. I can sell it with some, sell the super tires, put the original tires on these tires back on this double flange hub, and sell them all together, and move on. My vision is these tires for my Vipers, man. You know, not this tire. Well, you know, that's, what did I do? Yeah, this is that super tire on the double flange hub. I keep throwing tires over here. I don't know what I'm picking up. What is this one? Yeah, this is the super tire. This is the same one that's on this hub, I think. This should go back in that bag. And this is the super tire I'm putting on my Delrin hub. Alright. This is the super tire compared to Hardin Creek's tire. So, you know, they're the same height, but the width, man, I like the width of this super tire. Now, when I called the dude or talked to him on eBay, super tire guy, working out of his garage. Super Tire Factory. I don't know if he works out of his garage. It's kind of a joke. He said these were made for a Tyco, and I may have to cut them down on the inner part to make them fit the Delrin hubs. But I like them sticking out like that. They stick out a little bit past the rim. I like that look. Okay. And that's what it's about, man. Making your cars and the hobby, making things look right, the way you like them. You know, that's what customizing is all about. So, I guess that's all I want to say on tires for now. I had a lot more stuff to say, but this is my second try trying to do a video. And here I already ruined it because I'm yelling at my sister, telling her I'm busy. Sorry. But, yeah. That's kind of where we're at. Okay, double hub or not double hub? I guess I covered that. No double hub for me. I guess double hubs are really good if you're traveling high speed. You know your back tire's not going to fall off. Sorry for the wobble. So let's do alright. When this piece clip-on is up from the bottom, that's regular riding clip. I covered this before, but probably didn't have my light on my camera. When this piece is riding down by the bottom, that's a low rider clip. See the difference? Down, up. Yeah, I repeat myself a lot, but so I want to give you a look at how it looks on my sweet Corvette, man. This is my racing body because it rides so low to the track. Look how low this is. That's low. That is low. That is real low. Oh, that was out of the track, or the clip wasn't clipped right. That's low. So let's evaluate the look a little bit. You're always going to have this wheel gap in here. Okay, the number one theory behind looking cool and customizing car world in real cars, and in my opinion, I'm applying that science or thought from real cars to my slot cars. The gap in the wheel well here, you want to minimalize that. All right, it means make it less. So we can't do nothing about this. This is a set size hub with the O-ring rubber. But back here we can by changing, because we're not changing these. We love these. All right, you can't get nothing better. Double flange Hardin Creek O-ring setup. Even on a Tyco, you ain't gonna beat that. So don't try. Just buy one. Be happy. You're just gonna have to live with the gap up front. But back here, we can change that gap by changing the width of our tires, the height of our tires from the rim. So this tire is the same height as this, right? It's the same height, and the gap is the same. But look at the difference. On this side, it looks bigger. It's the illusion of the coolness. Look at this look. All right. Round tire. That's a good look. It sticks out a little bit, whereas the stock Viper tire doesn't. I like the stick out look. It makes it look more like a hot rod. All right. So That's the look. And then on this side, we got this look. Alright? You got the double flange, and this is a flatter looking tire. I mean, it's a hobby. You customize your stuff the way you like. But my Viper's getting this setup, this look. You know? That is bad. That looks cool as hell. See a little rubber sticking out on the back side? You know? Look how wide my tire is. My choice. More rubber on the road. So, but like I said earlier in the video, this may be optimum tire for like speed, cornering, blah blah blah. You know, I'm just talking out my butt. I don't know a thing, but I know I like this tire look better. Tell you that. I know that. I know something else I forgot. Super glue. I know super glue. And tweezers. But yeah, this is the look I'm going with on all my slot cars. You know. Well, we might as well do we might as well listen again. That's always fun. I keep saying that. Auto World. Viper. What'd I do? Huh. Just not getting a good enough connection. And Slots Inc. See, mine's a little... See, I'm doing something that they're doing differently. Okay, I'm customizing mine. They're selling to the mass public. Alright, so if you want to do something different, you buy it and you reverse engineer it. You customize it. You make it what you want, okay? But they got too much mess and play in the gear mesh as far as I'm concerned. You know, I took that out with my shimmies. See that? My stuff ain't going nowhere, son. You know, they got that much little bit going, you know. But, you know, they, like I said, man, you got to customize it the way you like it. So, I'm going to talk about one of my videos that I got planned. I plan on talking about platforms. Wide chassis, narrow chassis, and concept of going around corners, wheel alignment, you know, science. I don't know. Theory. That's what I call it. That's what I should call it. The theory of science. You know? So, I touched on this time in advance. So this is this is a Viper. This is normal timing. And that's like if you're driving your mom's car and you put it in drive, it just goes off when you give it gas. Advanced timing mode, that would be like you driving your mom's car, and when you put it in drive, it took off on you. Alright? So that's what, you know, the application, you know. So I had, like I said, I redid this video. I had to delete it because I did the footage with all my light off. So I lost all my best jokes. So yeah, these are the tires I'm putting on all my cars. You know, from the great people at Super Tires. And I'm running with all the Hardin Creek double flanged O-rings up front on all my stuff. You know. So, oh, I forgot to tell you. Well, I did tell you, I think. Is I think I told you. I customized my wheel well on my 55 so I could run the low rider clip. What's going on? I'm putting it in backwards. What am I doing? Get in there, baby. It's riding. See, this is what I was talking about. Is it in there? It's in there, right. See, this gap wouldn't be so big here if I had my bumper on. Oh well, I'll put it back on. But, yeah, here's what I was talking about. The wheel clearance gap. You know? See, this here, man, you could tell the other side. I didn't get this out equal to the other side. Well, I kind of did. It's pretty close. But yeah, so that's the look with the regular clip. Now this is the same body. I can't use the that's low rider clip on that body, which I can't use on the regular one, like that green flame one there. So if I put the regular clip on the green flame one, it's about the same really as far as the wheel well in the back, but over here we got all this big gap, you know. So I love the way this rides right up to the bumper, man. That's great engineering on Hardin Creek. I don't know, did he manufacture it? The Viper? Google won't say who made it, you know. I call Google. When I Google something, a big question mark comes up and says, read a damn book. Thanks, Google. You answered my question. So, this is the gap. After I, customize this to clear, it's on a lowrider clip. The gap is less. But here, I don't know. I mean, I don't know why, on Chevrolets, man, the wheel well don't look like that. You know what I mean? A 55 Chevy, the wheel well don't go up squared like that, son. It's rounded. Dang. That's why there's big gaps here. If they would have rounded it like it was supposed to be, then that gap would be sweet looking. Yeah. Why don't they reproduce it original, Oh well. So that's it, boys and girls. This Viper's getting rehabbed. My last video that I deleted, I talked about how you couldn't oil it. I can't get my oiler to touch the drive shaft. Look, I can't get it. You know what I was thinking of doing? I don't want to do that. Well, yeah, I could. What I could do is this drive shaft, pinion drive shaft, bottoms out. Now I'm going to do this, man. This is a cool idea I had. It bottoms out up by the gear, the end of the shank or whatever, the inner sleeve of this pinion gear, the drive shaft stops at a certain point. So what I was thinking, pay attention, is this lower part from here to the bottom of the gears, taking that out. All right, I'm going to do that. I'll show you on the next video. I'm going to take this out so that I can get my oiler in there to touch. I want to put my drop of oil right on the metal, because then I can see through the reflection of the chrome of the metal how much oil I put on. I can get in here. It's like you got to like drop it onto the drive shaft and hope that, you know, the god of oil gets it to the right place. See that mark? Those bubbles? Let me show you those again. Maybe you'll be able to see them. Right there. Those are the bubbles I was talking about. And the scratches. Right here, there's some kind of scratch. And check this out, man. You'll love it. Now that I got my light on, my camera better. Look at that. It's like a pit in the plastic mold, man. Man. Here's the scratch. A better view of my scratch, man. Look at, can you see that? It goes like that. It looks like a hair. I don't know, it looks like someone's hair blown in the wind. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's probably enough for this video. I've confused myself enough. So, how I customized this was with my utility knife. You can kind of see I started right here and kind of just pulled up and just kept doing that until I got it right. You know, this is kind of off a little bit. I'm kind of disappointed I did that. This is kind of off some. Disappointed. If I would have had a Dremel and did it or sanded it, those, you know, imperfections in the plastic wouldn't be there. But I did this and I tried to square this off so it was level this way going across. This one's off a little bit still. You know, do a little more. You know, just go like that and get that right. I don't want to get all of my cars. Let's see if you get a better idea of this scratch. Look at that. That's a bad scratch now. I didn't get it on my camera because I wasn't doing the video right. Look at that right there. Come on, Auto World. You know? Oh well. I love my Auto World body, so, you know. So, you know, you gotta take what you can get out of life. Alright. Slots out.